Hello. Please mute your phones and turn your attention to the public safety announcement. In the event of an emergency at NJ Transit, your safety is our top priority. Please follow these important instructions. In case of an emergency, announcements will be made over the loudspeaker or by a uniformed police officer. If necessary, CPR will be administered using the defibrillator. Please do not approach the dais. Documents can be presented to staff at the entrance to the boardroom. Please follow the directions of NJ Transit Police and staff. Thank you, and have a safe day.
Okay. I hereby call to order the Board of the Directors meeting of the New Jersey Transit Corporation, New Jersey Transit Rail Operations Incorporated, New Jersey Transit Bus Operations Incorporated, New Jersey Transit Mercer Incorporated, New Jersey Transit Morris Incorporated, and New Jersey Transit Southern Light Rail Incorporated. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will now take roll call. Board Member Abrantes?
Here.
Board Member Beeson?
Here.
Board Member Casimir?
Here.
Board Member McCrae?
Here.
Board Member Nara? Here. Board Member Thomas?
Here.
Board Member Zevela?
Here.
Board Member Cruz?
Here.
Vice Chair Carson?
Here.
Chair Jane?
Here.
For the record, Board Member Abrantes is participating remotely and Board Member Morocco is absent. This is a meeting of the New Jersey Transit Corporation and its affiliates and subsidiaries. Adequate notice has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and NJ Transit's enabling legislation. Notice was filed on March 6, 2026 with the Secretary of State and sent to newspapers of general distribution, posted in the main entrance of NJ Transit's headquarters, published on the corporation's website, and sent to each individual, agency, and organization that requested such notice.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the February 11th, 2026 board meeting?
I move. A second.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Chris will present.
Yeah, Chris will present proclamations.
At home. So I am so grateful that, thank you, Megan. I'm so grateful that Commissioner Fran O'Connor, Mike Kilcoyne, Mike, where are you? It's always standing back there, and Bill Brooks are here with us. All these three individuals are remarkable people. I want to say something about my good friend Fran. Fran hired me in December of 2025, or 2024, I don't even remember, 2024, 2025. And we got to know each other very well through my tenure and his tenure here. I was saying with some of my colleagues in the back room just now that Fran's has an amazing, rich history at the Turnpike, first starting as a toll collector, and has had a very, very long and illustrious career in transportation, including the last job he held as Commissioner of Transportation. But what will always resonate to me is the man's decency as a human being. And I think that is a virtue that is virtually priceless, especially in the world we live in today. And Fran, I hope you never lose that sense of humanity. And I'm so grateful that you and your wife are here today with us. In the Commissioner Jane's office, there's an Athenian oath that every commissioner since Lou Gambaccini has signed, and I signed it in 2006. It basically says that every commissioner who holds the office of Commissioner of Transportation will leave the place better than they found it. Well, Fran, I know you signed the oath, and I know for a fact you're leaving DOT, Turnpike, Transit, and SJT in a better place. We really thank you for it. I want to spend a second talking about my friend Mike Kilcoyne. Mike was going to leave when I first joined. Again, another guy who didn't know me. And I asked him, I begged him, and he stayed. It was the best thing that I could have ever hoped for. He gave us the ability to show that this organization can run a World Cup in a way that is professional, and can run a bus modernization program that is worthy of the riders that he spent almost 30 years supporting and making sure they had a service that was good. His legacy here is intact. I actually think his legacy in the state of New Jersey is intact. I might even say his legacy in the United States is intact, because I don't know if there's another better public servant who ran a bus, light rail, access link service that it is at the level and provided service for 500,000 rides every single day. Mike, you are leaving a remarkable group of people behind who have now taken over. Your good friend Lance Norman, should the board approve his candidacy, is exactly the kind of leaders that you have trained. And you should be proud of it. We're proud of it. I know you're going to go to the private sector because it is the right decision for you, and we respect you for it. But the fact that you spent 30 years here is something that we will never forget, and we hope you never forget, because you're leaving here friends that really care about you. And finally, to my friend Bill Brooks, a remarkable human being who, literally at my word, gave up his private sector job to come and do a job here for 12 months. He did it with honor, with distinction, I might add. He did the kind of improvements in the capital division that were needed that will last a very long time. Vikram Durga, who is now taken over for him, will be the beneficiary of some of the work that Bill brought to the table. And I think that is exactly right. We always aim to leave the place better. It's not just an Athenian oath that Commissioner O'Connor signed. It is, frankly, almost the mission of the people who work here. There's not a person I've met here who doesn't intuitively believe that's the right thing, because that is what we believe we are destined to do for the benefit of our riders. These three gentlemen, we are so grateful that you took the time to be here with us. And Madam Chair, if it's okay with you, I'm going to have all of you come here, and one at a time would like to give a proclamation to you. Thank you so much. Board members?
Okay, Suzanne Mack will now present the advisory committee report.
Good evening. Do I have to press anything? I'm good. I'm good. I'm so excited to be here tonight to welcome you all. I know that my counterpart, Anna Marie Ganella Rosetta, we do alternate months, and she appeared before the board last month, and she's in South Jersey. It's hard for her to get up here. But I am sending a warm welcome for both North and South Jersey passenger advisory groups. We used to be advisory boards. And I just want to, again, really welcome Chairwoman Jane and our new members. I hope I don't butcher your names, Commissioner Beeson and Casimir. I hope I did that right. If I didn't, I'll try it again next month. But I am the institutional knowledge on the board. I am a member of the Charter Advisory Board, which was a very long time ago, and I've been very happy to spend my career as chair since many years ago. And I have to say that you are a wonderful board and you are in a wonderful position. You have two really outstanding commissioners that preceded you, Commissioner O'Connor and Commissioner Diane Gutierrez-Sacchetti, both have served for Governor Murphy, and now you have the honor and privilege, and we're really excited about that, to work forward with Governor Sherrill. I will tell you, as that in that role, things really improved in the last administration, and it was a lot different before that. So we're very excited that you have an agency that we believe is in much better shape. These people who were here, including Mike and Bill, have done so much work. You have an excellent executive staff. I think you know that. But the responsibility is yours. I met Chris when he was commissioner many years ago. And it's really exciting. Today, I believe you took the tour on the Portal Bridge. I think you went over the bridge, which is, you do so much work, and the people need to understand how committed you are. You're all civil servants. You do such a great job. The mission of New Jersey Transit is to have a safe, reliable transportation system, and this agency does that. And I want you to know that the people of New Jersey really appreciate you, and we look forward to what you're going to be able to do as a board under the new governor. So we're very excited. I will tell you, and maybe it's just, you probably know all this already, so I won't be long, but the advisory boards were set up under the initial legislation for New Jersey Transit, and we were set up to advise the board, not the company. And in that role, of course, we work with the wonderful executive board you have, and they're very good. We try to put input on anything that you need us to. We try to take direction. If you have a pet thing that you need somebody out there, all of us to start looking at. We wrote your fare policy. We wrote your bike policy. We are very interested in equity and inclusion, Access Link, and other issues. So we work through the executive team, which is, as you know, is quite outstanding. But we are here to help you as people who are in the transit industry, connected to the people in New Jersey, and would like to help you if you need any assistance from the public. We have many public members that are working out in the community, but it's our role is to advise you. So we do look at the agendas, and if you see, we will, if there's something of concern, we'll write you a little comment here or there if there's, but we really don't have to do that too often because the executive team is so responsive to taking comment and actually moving forward. So I just wanted to let you know that we're meeting again tomorrow. We meet monthly, but we are here to help you, and you will see one of us every month. And we just want to welcome the new administration to New Jersey, and we are here to support you in any way possible. Thank you.
There are 3 in-person speakers and 6 pre-registered telephone speakers. Speakers, in order to give everyone an opportunity to be heard, comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Priority access will be given to pre-registered in-person speakers, followed by any additional in-person speakers. We will then take comments from pre-registered telephone speakers, followed by any additional telephone participants who are queued to speak. Those participating by telephone, if you have not already done so, please press *1 on your telephone keypad to enter the queue to speak. You will hear a brief tone to indicate you have successfully entered the queue. The first speaker is Lorenzo Los Baños, followed by Norm Sutaria.
I just wanted to come here actually, and I came a bit late and a little bit unprepared, so I need to I apologize. My name is Lorenzo Los Baños, and I'm the founder of the Origin Group International. I just wanted to come here to honor the new board and the new administration. And I'm a lifelong resident of Jersey City. Hi, Susan. How are you? I'm here to just make a statement about the West Side parking lot in Jersey City. I'm a proud resident of Jersey City in New Jersey. My father was a NJ Transit bus driver for 30 years. And we came here to America in the early 90s, late 80s. And I often went to the garage on Gates Avenue in Jersey City with my father, and rode with him on the bus often. And I believe the citizens and the residents in Jersey City deserve to be able to park overnight in the parking lot. It benefits the city, it benefits the residents, and I believe us residents, we have a lot of trust in the NJ Transit, and we love this company. I wanted to say more, but I just wanted to come here and witness and be in attendance. And thank you all so much. And thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you. The next speaker is Norm Sutaria, followed by Chris Neidenberg.
Good evening, Chairwoman. Good evening, CEO Clory. Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you so much, and board members. Thank you so much for your service. It is absolutely incredible. I have witnessed firsthand, I'm Norm Sutaria, Bloomfield, New Jersey. I've witnessed firsthand the effectiveness of New Jersey Transit. During the COVID pandemic, it powered my household. It powered ways to get around. It powered me to get here today. Also, I want to acknowledge Fran O'Connor, as well as Mike. The both of them, very, very integral to the experience as a rider. And I'm talking about things like when I was on the 28 bus coming here, texting at my stop to figure out when the next bus would arrive and what my connections would be. Really, really excellent. As well as the Target Zero Commission. And that is what I want to focus on tonight. Vulnerable road users. I'm certain that you've heard the term. Essentially, the definition is people who are not in cars. And tonight, I'm speaking, sorry, where's the countdown? There it is. Okay, about the removal of New Jersey Transit bus stop number 17175. That is at the corner of Broad and Carroll in Bloomfield. I oppose the removal of the southbound 72 bus stop located at Broad and Carroll, and respectfully ask New Jersey Transit to rescind their approval for this removal until an ADA-compliant crosswalk is installed at the next southbound stop across Broad Street at stop number 31129 near the TD Bank on Broad Street. So why? Well, Broad and Carroll is the only place that there is an ADA-accessible crosswalk, marked legal crosswalk. In fact, this is it. That is the marked crosswalk. It's safe. It's accessible. I'll show everybody else too. It's safe and accessible. And it is going away. That stop is going away. And now pedestrians will have to go either a mile north or 0.4 of a mile south to get a crosswalk like this. At stop 31129, by the way, I'm going to describe this just for my friends who are visually impaired. It is the bus stop at Broad and Carroll, a person crossing the street safely within a marked crosswalk. This is stop 31129. Now, I know it's very kind of granular, very high level. Universal Technical Institute, Montclair State's Audiology Lab, Broadacre's office complex. They are all here. And in the last 15 seconds that I have, I want to show you what this looks like at night. These pictures were taken last night. That's safe. This is unsafe. Please do not approve movement of this of the bus stop until there's a marked crosswalk. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Chris Neidenberg, followed by the telephone speakers.
Yes, I'm coming up here. If you recall, I spoke on the phone last month, and some of my communication, I guess was my part, was garbled. So I reviewed it, and there were other points about the fare collection systems that I had intended to bring up that weren't heard. I had started out in the beginning pointing out that Mr. Clory, I believe, told New Jersey Spotlight he constantly takes the trains, and I was wondering if he's ever taken the buses, particularly run by Academy, whose contract is up tonight, in what I call the Bergen and Passaic corridor. There are whole days, whole times, that these buses go without collecting fares, okay? And sometimes the coins overflow the machine. Sometimes there's a piece of cardboard or like some plastic covering over them. But the point is that this is in light of what Mr. Clory said, that we lose up to $90 million a year due to fare evasion. Now, I'm wondering if you include in fare evasion the fares that you evade collecting because of the problems on New Jersey Transit's end. So I'm saying that if Academy is going to be reauthorize their contract, and I'm not even sure it's Academy's fault, because maybe you saddle them with buses where the fare boxes don't work. But if they are going to, can there be a little investment in maintenance? Are these fare boxes fixable? Because I say, the thing is, I think that if Mr. Clory is saying that we're losing up to $90 million a year, I think he said it was, what, like 9% of a fare increase, and that's another thing. I don't recall hearing during the fare hearings of 2 years ago any talk about the fare going up because of missing revenue. But what I'm trying to say is that I think that this is serious enough. There should be a comprehensive report. Is the $90 million, because it seems Mr. Clory is always talking about the rail side, is that just a rail issue? Or is there another part on the bus side that we don't know about? And because it's pretty hard to evade fares on a New Jersey Transit bus. The only time I've seen it attempted is some people that have issues and they're determined not to pay, and they dare the driver to leave. But I'm just wondering, is this $90 million all due to willful fare evasion, or is there another piece of the puzzle that shows that fares aren't being collected because of defective equipment or because of problems like on the trains? And I'm not blaming the conductors or the bus drivers for this at all, okay? I understand it's not their fault. And also, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to stick up for the riders in this too, because I notice on the Academy route, many people who buy their bus passes in advance show their passes when the operators can't collect the cash fares. So I think that's kind of unfair. So I do think actually we really need to see a comprehensive report on what the deal is with fare collection, and maybe there should even be a special meeting dedicated to discussing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Operator, please open the floor to public comments by telephone participants.
Thank you. As a reminder, if you have not already done so, please press *1 on your telephone keypad to enter the queue to speak. You will hear a brief tone to indicate you have successfully entered the queue. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes for their public comment. A warning will be provided with 1 minute remaining, and again with 15 seconds remaining. And there are 8 speakers in queue. The first public comment is coming from Andy Weiss. Andy, your line is live and your time will now begin.
Good evening. The Senate Transportation Committee in Trenton recently voted unanimously 6-0 to advance the NJ Transit Office of Customer Advocate and Rider Advocacy Commission bill. The bill was moved to the Senate Budget and Appropriations Committee. This critical bill will set up an independent NJ Transit Customer Advocate Office and Rider Advocacy Commission for NJ Transit riders. It will be independent and will move away from the NJ Transit Board. NJ Transit riders will get an independent voice for help and to speak up for NJ Transit riders. They'll be independent and not reporting to the corporate office. The current NJ Transit customer advocate, who's a nice guy, by the way, setup that reports to the board is ineffective and is not solving a problem. He's a very nice guy, smart guy, but it's not independent. It's not going to work. It hasn't worked. The customer advocate office needs independence from the board and corporate office. We have had two separate customer advocates that have reported to the NJ Transit Board, and this setup has failed riders. Reporting to the NJ Transit Board was never the intention of the NJ Transit reform legislation. Again, reporting to the NJ Transit Board was never the intention of the NJ Transit reform bill legislation. Ask Senator Loretta Weinberg. She said that. It was meant to be independent. Please support Senator Raj Mukherjee's excellent NJ Transit Office of Customer Advocate and Rider Advocacy Commission bill, and the bill number is S2917. I am asking for public support from the Lackawanna Coalition, Tri-State Transportation Campaign, and Hudson County Complete Streets. These respected transit advocacy organizations cannot sit on the sidelines this time. I'm not going to do all the work. I need some help from them. Speak up publicly and loudly for Senator Roger Mukherjee's exceptional bill to create real independence with the Customer Advocate Office and Rider Advocacy Commission. NJ Transit riders in the audience and remotely must speak up for an independent Customer Advocate Office and Rider Advocacy Commission. Speak up, NJ Transit riders. I want every NJ Transit rider to fight for the independent Customer Advocate bill to pass and sign into law by Governor Mikey Sherrill. Please, Governor Mikey Sherrill, give us an independent NJ Transit Customer Advocate Office and Rider Advocacy Commission. Please, Governor. Our patience is over. The time is now. Thank you.
Thank you. The next public comment will be from Kevin Rodriguez. Kevin, your line is live and your time will now begin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin. If you can't hear me, just jump in and tell me. I wanted to expand on the gentleman from Jersey City on the west side that had discussed advocating for overnight parking at the Hudson Bergen light rail stop. I'm specifically talking about the Liberty State Park light rail stop. And to expand on his points, I just wanted to kind of articulate what the pain that was caused to the community, obviously unintentionally by this group, but definitely felt pretty widespread and immediately. A lot of people use cars in this community, and whether rightly or wrongly, the lot was a resource and a relief valve for many years prior to banning the overnight parking. We were probably given like 2 months of notice of this decision, and we knew that this was going to happen, that there would be a mass scramble to find parking once all of the cars that benefited from using that lot were sent to the street. And that's exactly what happened. Also, to add to that point, we had 2 storms that added an element of disaster to the situation. But you can just walk around immediately, like at any time after 6 o'clock on your way to an empty lot after all the commuters go home, and you will see every crosswalk, every fire hydrant, every daylighting spot, everything that we try to do to promote pedestrian safety and traffic calming kind of goes out the window when all of the cars, which understandably have no choice as to where to park, uses those spaces. And it's very stark and different. I border on the light rail station, so I just wanted to communicate that to you. I appreciate that you're working with the city now that we've raised this. Please continue to find a solution, and please open the spots back up to the community. I beg you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next public comment is coming from Adam Reich. Adam, your line is live and your time will now begin.
Good evening. Adam Reich, speaking strictly in my capacity as a rider, again, in my personal capacity and no other. First off, I want to congratulate New Jersey Transit and Amtrak on completing the first phase of the Fort North cutover on time, even with the challenge of a blizzard. Second, I want to express my support for agenda item number 2603-10, rail contracted tree trimming. Since fallen trees and limbs can snarl commutes by blocking the rights of way and or downing catenary wires, it's good and important to see New Jersey Transit managing the landscape within its control. Third, I'm once again calling on Chair Jane to pledge that she will have New Jersey Transit hold at least 10 public hearings before any additional fare increases take effect, as required by NJSA 27:25-8D2, or to at least pledge to review the issue. The statutory language is pretty clear on requiring a round of hearings before any fare increase is implemented. It does not authorize New Jersey Transit to adopt a multi-year fare plan that bypasses the hearing requirement for any fare increase. Even if New Jersey Transit somehow wants to argue the contrary, the inescapable fact remains that it would not be illegal to hold such fare hearings this year. Further, it's certainly better from a public engagement and accountability standpoint to hear from riders than it is to force through another fare increase without meaningful input as to the amount, how fares are collected, and service levels. Let's be clear. I'm not saying that New Jersey Transit should not ever raise fares again. I'm simply pointing out that there is a fairly clear law with a very clear intent that requires New Jersey Transit to hold hearings before it raises fares again. I have yet to hear any defense from this board as to why riders should not have an opportunity to be heard on this issue. This is a board that includes elected officials and agency heads. Shouldn't such a board show a commitment to following the law and to public engagement? If the board's answer is still somehow a no, at least use the response period to give the public an explanation as to why. Still, it would be a terrific start for the Sherrill administration if we could at least get a yes, we'll consider the issue as the response. Again, I am not saying that fare increases should not be on the table or that New Jersey Transit should not collect every fare it is entitled to. My message is simply that the board and the agency should follow the law and hear riders before it asks them to pay more for a troubled service. 3% might be the right amount this year, but maybe it's not. For example, some riders might prefer to pay a little more for service enhancements. This is why we need hearings and a dialogue. Again, board, Mr. Calori, what's your view on the law? If you disagree with my view on the law, please explain why that is so and why you do not believe it's worth hearing from riders at dedicated fare hearings. Again, at least show the riding public the courtesy of an explanation. Thank you. And I also encourage riders to similarly ask the board to review this issue with your comment time. Thank you.
Thank you. The next public comment will be from Nick Giglia. Nick, your line is live and your time will now begin.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nick Giglia. I am the founder and chairman of ROOT, Restore Our Transit in Essex. We are a nonprofit, nonpartisan grassroots organization seeking to improve the transit condition for riders in Essex County. First of all, just wanted to start by thanking the workers and everybody involved for completing phase one of the Portal North cutover and for the happy news that the normal commute will resume on Monday morning. Also want to welcome and congratulate the new board members. A few things that we want to mention. First of all, from the level of the contract for Academy Bus, we believe that especially the 705 and 709, which are crucial transfer buses for parts of Essex County and riders around places like Bloomfield and Montclair State University, should have Sunday service, which they currently do not. We encourage the board to look at this within the contract. And in addition to this, this is a month of anniversaries. It is 2 years this Monday since the infamous hockey game I took my son to that started us on this journey. And next Friday, the 20th, marks 3 years since DeCamp Bus announced that they would stop serving commuters by April 5th of 2023. In that time, there has not been meaningful service provided outside of peak hours, and 150,000 residents of Essex and Passaic County have faced an off-peak and weekend transit desert. We understand that there are structural challenges within the system, and nobody is expecting those to be done any faster than than logic and constraints would allow. There are relatively modest steps that would meaningfully improve access in the near term. The most straightforward step would be including hourly weekend train service on the Montclair-Boonton line running between Hoboken and Montclair State University in this year's funding bill for New Jersey Transit. We estimate the service would cost around 0.25% of New Jersey Transit's operating budget for the fiscal year ending June 2026, and less than 80 cents per resident of New Jersey, while providing a meaningful improvement on a line that has the worst weekend service frequency on the system and is not adequate for the needs of over, as we said, almost 150,000 residents. We respectfully ask New Jersey Transit to work with partners in the legislature to include the service as well as funding for studies and timelines to provide full 7-day restoration for communities that fully rely on decamp bus who would not have their transit desert resolved with hourly weekend train service. We thank you for your consideration. We look forward to partnering with you on this. Thank you.
Thank you. The next public comment will be from Vito Havrilla. Vito, your line is live and your time will now begin.
Hello, my name is Vito Havrilla. I am the Vice Chair and Legislative Director of the Lackawanna Coalition. I am reading the first half of our statement tonight. Action item 2603-07, Middlesex County Local Bus Service. Riders' work schedules are not confined to a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 work week. Remind everyone that riders' transit needs go beyond peak commuting times and that non-drivers live everywhere in rural, urban, and suburban communities alike. Bus service should run 7 days a week. Weekend bus service should run on both Saturdays and Sundays. We'd like to suggest that this contract require that service is provided 7 days a week. Action item 2603-08, Bergen County Local Bus Service. As we explained in the previous action item, we call for service 7 days a week. People travel for all sorts of reasons, not limited to employment or shopping. We strongly oppose Sunday exceptions. Sporting venues, theaters, restaurants, drugstores, parks, museums, and grocery stores are open all week. Non-drivers want to get to these places as well, something your website recognizes with transit to trails and Jersey journeys. For awarding this contract, given past experience, we request that you actively ensure that Academy is fulfilling its obligations. We hope that the contract includes a provision that Academy at least match NJ Transit's own standards of maintenance as an opportunity to identify and address any service or financial issues that may occur. Action item 2603-12, appointment of Lance Norman. We congratulate Mr. Norman and wish him well. We are glad to see someone that has come through the department taking lead role. Montclair-Boonton line. Again, we call for hourly weekend services between Montclair State University and Hoboken stations. We include this in our statement to the legislature during the public hearings for fiscal year 2027, and that's the end of the first part. Thank you.
Thank you. The next public comment will be from David Clements. David, your line is live and your time will now begin.
Good evening, board members. Thank you for hearing me tonight. I just wanted to, again, I'm David Clements from Jersey City, and I have been a resident in this area for a few years now and had been a huge proponent of the overnight lot near the Liberty Science Center lot at the light rail station. So I want to echo some of the previous commenters this evening in huge support of that. That loss of that was a huge disruption in my life. And again, if you are aware of the change.org petition, you know there are over 1,000 signatures, people whose life has been negatively impacted by this change. I look out over the lot, there's maybe 60% of that lot is full in the afternoon. And so there's so much capability. I kind of look at that and it's right now it just feels so crippling to think about the parking situation in this area. I 100% am someone who absolutely wants to pay for this service. And I know you're working with Denise Ridley. I know you're working with the Councilwoman Denise Ridley. I know you're working with State Senator Angela McKnight. I appreciate all of this effort to work towards a solution. I know there's something that can be done that can work towards something that's legitimate for residents nearby, that works towards something that prevents anyone kind of abusing that system. So I appreciate you all taking time and what has been that energy over the past few months to address this issue. So I want to extend gratitude, let you know this is still a pain point. We know this is just a big issue in the area, obviously being several callers in the, tonight, I know in the past, over the past few months, this has been an issue. So I, again, just want to reiterate this issue, bring it to the front. I appreciate your attention to this matter. And I want to keep us working with these state and local leaders and you guys to come up with a solution. So, I'll just, in closing, I would love to just keep momentum on this. I am ready to pay you for parking there. I have no options in this area. No one else is providing this. My building doesn't. There's no buildings nearby. I have money in hand, ready to pay you, ready to bring money into New Jersey Transit's pockets. Thank you.
Thank you. The next public comment will be from Charlton de Souza. Charlton, your line is live, and your time will now begin.
Good evening, New Jersey Transit Board members. Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yes. So my name is Charlton de Souza. I'm the president of Passengers United, and we do agree that there should be fare increase hearings. They're very important to hear what the customers have to say about proposed 4% fare increase, which for many is a hardship, especially with the ongoing recession that's happening right now. And also people are upset about train delays. So what I want to address is why were so many trains canceled during the North Portal Bridge cutover? Even this week, trains were canceled. And the blame was put on train crews, but that's not their fault. Obviously, NJ Transit has to do a better job at having substitute, backup train engineers ready. And this is something I hope that you guys will focus on in the fall. Now, why is the next shutdown happening in the fall for the Portal Bridge cutover? It should really happen the last few weeks of August because that's the slowest time of the year. Doing it in the fall when everyone comes back is a bit of an issue, so that has to be worked out. Also, we agree that the customer advocate legislation was passed. We agree that the customer advocate not only should not report to the NJ Transit Board, it should be independent, but the current NJ Transit customer advocate doesn't have enough staff. He's only one person, so he needs a staff of about 5 people to be effective in his job, and that would help the next customer advocate, and the next customer advocate should be an NJ Transit passenger who already knows the system. It should not be an outsider who has to get accustomed to the system all over again.
Remaining.
And also the upcoming summer, the 319 bus. You guys need to add more service on the 319 bus, especially on Sundays coming back in the evening. There should be a bus every 30 minutes leaving Atlantic City going to Port Authority. Also, you guys need overnight service on the 319 during the summer. There should be a bus at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and that would help because sometimes you can get on the last bus at 12 o'clock. And also the Atlantic City Rail Line, you'll need to improve service there. Also the River Line. I was on the River Line the other day, and the ticket machine was giving issues. So you'll need to fix that. And also the digital screens need to be fixed. We would love to meet with you, Chris Calori. Please meet with us. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you. The next public comment will be from Jack McKee. Jack, your line is live, and your time will now begin.
Good afternoon, evening, everyone. My name is Jack McKee. I'm with Hudson County Complete Streets, and I'm calling today to voice my support for better light rail service on the Hudson-Bergen light rail. Ideally, HPLR should run every 10 minutes off peak, as this is a frequency that would actually allow people to rely on it. Speaking anecdotally, I was at Ibby's Falafel on Grove Street in downtown Jersey City, struck up a conversation with the man working there, and I said, "Where do you come from?" He said, "Bayonne. I live in Bayonne." And I said, "Do you drive or do you take the light rail?" He said, "I drive." I asked, if it came every 10 minutes, would you take the light rail? The expression on his face went from confusion to surprise to curiosity. And he said, yes, absolutely. Why? Is anyone working on that? Hudson County Complete Streets is. And I want to illustrate that if we want to take cars off the road, if we want to create a healthier environment, a quicker way for people to get around, we need greater frequency. In addition to the 10-minute off-peak frequency, we ask that you pursue the northern branch extension. Let's put the Bergen in Hudson Bergen Light Rail. This has gone on far too long with no Bergen. And also, we ask you to pursue the Bayfront extension towards Route 440. There are many other aspects of there are many other things that we would like to see. Infill stations at 18th Street, the Holland Park Station, 15th Street, the Northern Hoboken Station, as well as things like real-time tracking that would allow riders the visibility needed to actually catch trains and to plan their lives. And finally, signal priority, allowing trains to go first to incentivize people to use the light rail. As it stands, very often we have trains waiting on cars, and we've seen several accidents.
1 minute remaining.
Got it. Recent months and years, and it just seems a little bit backwards. I know that there's a new operator that took over in September. I know there's a transition period, and I know nothing is as easy or as linear as it may seem to someone making a phone call to a board in the comfort of their own home. That said, in this area, Hudson County and New Jersey, we seem to be out of room for roads. And the only path forward for our community, for businesses, is going to be through transit. This north to south connection in Hudson County is crucial. And if we hope to continue developing in Hudson County and improving the quality of life for the residents here, we need to invest in light rail. So I thank you for your time, and I wish you all a good evening.
Thank you. The next public comment will be from Joseph Bernstein. Joseph, your line is live and your time will now begin.
Hi, everybody. I'm only been a resident in Jersey City for just a few years. My fiance and I moved to Jersey City out of state, and it's already been spoken about a few times tonight, but I just wanted to express the frustration and the pain point that the dissolution of the Liberty State Light Rail parking lot overnight has caused for us. I work remote and I work right next to the lot, and the number of times that I've seen it either completely empty at night or only just a handful of cars at night is just frustrating for me, because my fiance gets home late from work every day. She has to drive for her job, and she's forced to park a half to a mile away from our apartment and walk home in the dark. And I just think it's silly and it's frustrating that we live right next to a large lot. The commuters don't use it at night, and I just wish that the residents would at least be able to use it at night for the safety of our residents. As she's walking home on the sidewalks, as it's already been mentioned tonight, people are parking any which way just to find a spot, just so they don't have to walk any further. There's people parked right next to fire hydrants and whatnot, and you really can't even see, cars can't see people walking on the streets anymore. There's so many cars in the streets at this point. There's just not sufficient parking over here to be taking away a lot like that. And on such short notice, it was just so frustrating. And I completely understand the need to worry about the commuters, but to only give us 2 months notice when we're locked into a lease for over a year, it just seemed like blatant disregard for the residents of Jersey City. And it's just so frustrating. And I just ask that you continue to work on this. Thank you.
Thank you. The next public comment will be from Emmanuel Morgan. Emmanuel, your line is live and your time will now begin.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Morgan. I'm a co-founder and the current executive director of Hudson County Complete Streets. Thank you to the board and the staff for the opportunity to speak and for your dedication to transit riders across New Jersey. Special thank you to NJ Transit staffer Leah Katz, who will be at our North Jersey Transit Forum, and especially to Chris Calori, who is our keynote speaker. We genuinely are so appreciative of your willingness to come and speak to residents and constituents from across Hudson County and northern New Jersey. And we encourage all the transit advocates who have come out to speak in favor of additional service, whether it's off-peak bus service or the light rail extension. Thank you to my colleague Jack McKee who called in to please come and attend the North Jersey Transit Forum if you can. It's on April 25th, and let's work together for improved transit across the state. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And there were no other public comments at this time.
Thank you, public speakers. Are there any board member comments? Okay.
Chris will now present the President and CEO's monthly report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Before I give you my report, I wanted to acknowledge the contribution and loss of two of our extraordinary staff members. One is Dan Nigro, who is a valued member of our capital delivery and construction management team, who worked on many station projects, had a wealth of knowledge and passion for construction. It was a very sudden loss, and we truly wish his family our deepest condolences. Same thing with Stephanie Mosley, who was a bus operator who experienced a health crisis while she was driving a bus. And a little while ago, I talked to you about sort of the mission and sort of the DNA of the people who work here. She had the presence of mind while having the health crisis to pull over to the side of the road so the passengers are safe. Now, that is not something you teach. That's something you live. It is an extraordinary act of kindness, even as she was basically dying, and we lost her. And I just wanted to, board members, I know you care deeply about our employees, and I wanted you to know that we have lost these two amazing people. And with respect, I ask for just a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Madam Chair, as you know, the governor calls it a generational storm. We went through two generational storms over the last couple of weeks, and the last one was a doozy, to say the least. And the fact that our colleagues in bus and rail and light rail were able to get the service back within hours of the snow ending is, again, a remarkable testament to the dedication of the folks. Orlando, I know your members are here and who work day in and day out. It is remarkable to watch it, and I'm so grateful to them, Madam Chair. I know you were with us the entire time because you had roads that you had to get cleaned, and I wanted the board to know how much it meant to our customers to have service literally the very next day by 4 a.m. In the case of light rail, we were up the same day of the snowstorm. Again, it is the kind of resilience and commitment to New Jersey that we should applaud. I want to quickly address some of the comments from our callers. I'm really grateful to the residents of Jersey City who came here and talked about the Liberty State Park parking. We will unveil a product to you by mid-April. And as I'm sure you appreciate and understand, our priority is our customers, but I also respect the fact that, as the callers have mentioned, that you want to have access to a paid product, and we will do just that. So give us till mid-April, and we'll let you know. To Norm Sutaria, who was kind enough to come from Bloomfield, as you know, Norm, this is a decision by Bloomfield, but we will work with them. You have my word that we will call them and to understand what the reasoning behind this is, and see how we can work with them. And if you'd be kind enough to leave your phone number, we'll call you back. Okay. The other thing I wanted to quickly touch on, Madam Chair, is today is a very important day. You just got confirmed unanimously by the State Senate to be commissioner, and we're very grateful for that, and congratulations on that. The governor released her budget last Tuesday. I don't even know what date it is. I think it's Thursday. And I am so pleased to report, if you haven't focused, that for the first time in recent memory, in my view, minus the COVID years where there was money flowing to Washington, for us to present a budget and for her to understand intuitively how important the service we provide and how expensive material costs and supply chain issues are and tariffs are, and how challenging labor and fringe benefits are. For her to understand in the time that she's been in office and provide us a proposed budget number equal to our asks so we can actually run a system is a remarkable testament to the governor and her commitment to mass transit. This is, I can't tell you how important this is. And I'm grateful to Dennis Zavlov, our board member, and Aaron Cruz, who works for the governor. They have been in touch with us and to make sure they understood the reasons behind why we asked for this increase. And you see, day in and day out, not day in, day out, monthly as we present our financial picture, it is untenable in an environment where costs are going up, service need to provide new service keeps coming to the forefront, where we're not able to keep up with inflationary costs. And to have a situation where we have almost $150 million structural deficit almost year over year is just not a good thing for an agency that is trying to do right. So you have a governor, and I want the public to know that. The governor ran on affordability and is saying she understands the value of mass transit, and she has shown it in action. And I want you to know that we at Transit not only appreciate it, but we are so grateful that she understands it. And I want to give you an example for why that's important. Mike is here for his recognition, but I want to give credit to Norm and Greg Woods and Jackie Fouché and so many others in the light rail division. As you know, we took over the River Line not that long ago. I think less than 30 days ago, 40 days ago. I want to just read you a couple of stats, and I'm not just cherry picking here. I want you to know this. January 2026. The previous service provider, the on-time performance was 72.9%. February 1st to February 13th, the same service provider, the on-time performance was 85.6%. February 14th to March 11th, the time period that we ran it, it's 92.83%. These are not numbers. I get a report every morning at 7:30 from the light rail people. These numbers are replicated day after day after day. I want you to know that this didn't happen by accident. Mike set it up perfectly. Norm is running a great shop. Greg is running a great shop. When you give us the resources, when you give us the responsibility, what you're seeing is evidence that we're actually running a system worthy of our customers. So I want you to know that that is happening. A couple of board members last time were interested in Governor Sherrill's Executive Order number 12, which places limits on federal civil immigration enforcement on state property in New Jersey. Obviously, federal officers may access areas open to the public, stations, platforms, buses, trains, and light rail vehicles. Non-public areas, as defined in the executive order, may only be used for civil enforcement with a judicial warrant or court order. State properties may not be used as staging areas or processing location for civil immigration enforcement. New Jersey Transit has communicated these requirements to the employees and is implementing procedures to comply with the order. What are the next steps? We are now going to work with the governor's office and our own legal counsel to develop labeling procedures for non-public areas across New Jersey transit facilities. And we're going to finalize employee protocols for interacting with law enforcement in coordination with our operational units and labor partners. I want you to know, and the chief and my colleagues at the police department, I know Dr. Casimir and others are very, very focused on safety, and we look forward to talking to you about that in a bit. But this is an issue we live and breathe and we take very, very seriously. I want you to know it, and I want the public to know it. I hope you've seen a much more robust display of force, not to be a deterrent to the public, but to be the deterrent to bad actors. I'm also excited to know that this afternoon, Dr. Casimir, Board Member Beeson, Commissioner Jane, and I joined the governor in taking the very first ceremonial ride over Portal Bridge. It is a bridge that's 116 years old, and we said exactly 4 weeks ago, if you give us 4 weeks, we will finish the cutover job. And that is exactly what has happened. Despite a generational snowstorm, despite sub-zero temperatures, despite fog where you could only see a foot in front of you, despite an extraordinary number of challenges that I won't bore you with, the project crew, which includes members of New Jersey Transit, Amtrak, and the contractors, did an extraordinary job to bring that project to a close so that service can begin normally Monday morning as we promised. So that means a lot to me that my colleagues did that, and it's easy for me to stand here and say the good news, but I want you to know behind everything we do, and Madam Chair, I know you know it and members of the board know it, behind everything we do, there's purpose, there's planning, but do we make mistakes? Yes, I've always said, when New Jersey Transit makes mistakes, it's my fault. When things go right, it's my colleagues. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris, and sorry to hear about the loss of our colleagues, and we send our condolences to their families, and congratulations on the successful opening of the Portal Bridge. The team did an amazing job, so again, kudos to all of them. Board Member Cruz will now present the Operations and Customer Service Committee report.
Thank you, Chair. The Operations and Customer Service Committee received an update on trends, analysis, and actions for rail, bus, light rail, and access link, as well as an update from the customer advocate and an update on the cost of service. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Vice Chair Carson will present the Administration Committee report.
Yes, thank you. The Administration Committee received a financial update. This included a summary of operating results compared to previous year's comparable period and fiscal year 26 budget, 12-month fare box revenue compared to budget, and major balance sheet items. Additional information was provided as part of the agenda materials, including the cost of service, key performance indicators, 12-month fare box recovery, history of vacancies, attrition and hires, ridership and revenue, and a monthly budget to actual comparison for January 2026. That concludes my report.
And Board Member Cruz will present the Capital Planning, Policy, and Privatization Committee report.
The Capital Planning, Policy, and Privatization Committee reviewed the board items for the Middlesex County and Bergen County local bus services, contracting out. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay. Chris will present the action items.
For the record, Board Member Nara is recused from item 2603-07 and will not comment or vote on the item.
Thank you. Before I ask Lance Norman, Lance, sorry, I've been watching reruns of Cheers, so I'll keep calling you Norman. Unlike Norm from Cheers, I know you don't sit at the corner of a bar. You actually are in every garage every day making sure our buses go on time, so thank you for that. With that, I'm going to ask Lance Norman to present item 2603-07.
We are presenting for approval item number 2603-07, contracting out the Middlesex County local bus service. Authorization is requested to enter into New Jersey Transit Contract 0000175 with Suburban Transit LLC of New Brunswick, New Jersey, to operate the Middlesex County local bus service for a 60-month contract period beginning August 9th, 2026 through August 8th, 2031, at a cost not to exceed $71,979,083 plus 5% for contingencies, for a total contract authorization of $75,578,037, subject to the availability of funds and board approval of New Jersey Transit's operating budget. We ask for your approval for item number 260307.
May I have a motion to approve board item 2603-07?
So moved.
A second.
Any discussion? Megan, please take a roll call vote.
Roll call vote, Board Member Brontes?
Yes.
Board Member Beeson?
Yes.
Board Member Casimir?
Yes.
Board Member Zavala?
Yes.
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Chair Carson?
Yes.
Chair Jane?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I'm going to ask Lance to also present item 2603-08.
Authorization is requested to enter into a contract with Academy Express LLC of Hoboken, New Jersey, to operate the Bergen County local bus service for a 60-month contract period beginning September 6, 2026 through September 6, 2031, at a cost not to exceed $90,859,002 plus 5% for contingencies, for a total contract authorization of $95,401,952, subject to the availability of funds and board approval of the New Jersey Transit's operating budget. We ask for your approval of item number 260308.
May I have a motion to approve board item 2603-08?
I move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Roll call vote, Board Member Brontes?
Yes.
Board Member Beeson?
Yes.
Board Member Casimir?
Yes.
Board Member Nara?
Yes.
Board Member Zavala?
Yes.
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Chair Carson?
Yes.
Chair Jane? Yes. Motion carried.
Lance, would you be also kind enough to present item number 2603-09?
We are also presenting for approval item number 260309, lease and service of bus tires. Authorization is requested to enter into a contract with the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company of Akron, Ohio, for the lease and service of bus tires for New Jersey Transit's bus fleet over a period of 5 years at a cost not to exceed $41,992,108, subject to the availability of funds. We ask for your approval for board item 260309.
May I have a motion to approve board item 2603-09?
I move.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
How many tires is that? No, I'm just kidding. How piled high would they be? Thank you.
Megan, please take a roll call.
Roll call vote, Board Member Brontes?
Yes.
Board Member Beeson?
Yes.
Board Member Casimir?
Yes.
Board Member Nara?
Yes.
Board Member Zavala?
Yes.
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Chair Carson?
Yes.
Chair Jane?
Yes.
Motion carried.
If I could ask Jim Sincaglia, the man of the hour for Portal Bridge, to present item 2603-10.
Thank you, Chris. We are presenting for approval item 2603-10, rail contracted tree trimming. Authorization is requested to enter into a contract with Independence Constructors Corporation of Bridgewater, New Jersey, to perform system-wide tree trimming and removal along New Jersey Transit's right-of-way for a total cost of $14,352,624 for a one-year base contract, with 4 subsequent option years included, subject to the availability of funds. We ask for your approval of item 2603-10.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve board item 2603-10?
Motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Megan, please take roll call.
Roll call vote, Board Member Brontes?
Yes.
Board Member Beeson?
Yes.
Board Member Casimir?
Yes.
Board Member Nara?
Yes.
Board Member Zavala?
Yes.
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Chair Carson?
Yes.
Chair Jane? Motion carried.
I'm going to ask Vikram Dogra, the Senior Vice President for Capital Delivery, to present item 2603-11.
Madam Chair, members of the board, President CEO Kaluri, we are presenting for approval item number 2603-11, a resolution authorizing entering into a cost-share agreement for the rehabilitation of Dock Bridge between New Jersey Transit and National Railroad Passenger Corporation. Authorization is requested to use funds in the amount not to exceed $23,453,000, subject to the availability of funds to satisfy NJ Transit's funding obligation towards the Dock Bridge rehabilitation project. Authorization is also requested to enter into an agreement, any amendments, and any supporting agreements with Amtrak for the project. We ask for your approval of item number 2603-11.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve board item 2603-11?
Second?
Okay. Any discussion? Roll call.
Roll call vote. Board Member Abrantes?
Yes.
Board Member Beeson?
Yes.
Board Member Casimir? Board Member Nara?
Yes.
Board Member Zavala?
Yes.
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Chair Carson?
Yes.
Chair Jane?
Yes.
Motion carried. For the record, Board Members McCray and Thomas are recused from item 2603-12 and will not comment on the item.
Madam Chair, before I present the next item, I just also want to recognize Vikram for the extraordinary work he did on the portal project along with Carissa Rosner and her team. It is my great pleasure to present to you for your approval board number 2603-12, appointment of Senior Vice President and General Manager for New Jersey Transit Bus Operations, Inc., New Jersey Transit Mercer, Inc., New Jersey Transit Morris, Inc., and New Jersey Transit Southern Light Rail, Inc. Authorization is requested to appoint Lance Norman to the position of Senior Vice President and General Manager of New Jersey Transit Bus Operations, Inc., New Jersey Transit Mercer, Inc., New Jersey Transit Morris, Inc., and New Jersey Transit Southern Light Rail, Inc. We ask for your approval of item number 2603-12.
May I have a motion to approve board item 2603-12? Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, Megan, roll call.
Roll call vote. Board Member Abrantes?
Yes.
Board Member Beeson?
Yes.
Board Member Casimir? Yes. Board Member Nara?
Yes.
Board Member Zavala?
Yes.
Board Member Cruz?
Now that I know I can call him Norm, yes.
Yeah.
I
knew that was coming.
Stuck with that name forever.
Vice Chair Carson?
Yes.
Chair Jane?
Yes, congratulations.
Motion carried. For the record, Board Members McCray and Thomas are recused from items 2603-13 and 2603-14 and will not comment on the items.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve the consent calendar?
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion? No? Roll call.
Roll call vote. Board Member Abrantes?
Yes.
Board Member Beeson?
Yes.
Board Member Casimir?
Yes.
Board Member Nara?
Yes.
Board Member Zavala?
Yes.
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Chair Carson?
Yes.
Chair Jane?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, before we adjourn to the executive session, I want to let the public know we will return to adjourn the meeting, but no further business will be conducted. May I have a motion to enter into executive session to discuss personal matters, contract negotiations, the status of pending and anticipated litigation, and matters falling within the attorney-client privilege, including but not limited to personal injury claim of Zayun Chung and the personal injury claim of Elvis Kukaz. May I have a motion to enter into executive session?
I move.
Okay. May I have a second?
Second?
Any discussion? Okay. Megan, please take roll call.
Roll call vote. Board Member Abrantes?
Yes.
Board Member Beeson?
Yes.
Board Member Casimir?
Yes.
Board Member Nara?
Yes.
Board Member Zavala?
Yes.
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Chair Carson?
Yes.
Chair Jane?
Yes.
Motion carried.
There's this gun in the west over here, right?
Like, this is so good.
Right, yeah. That's usually
They already left? Okay. Yeah? Okay, I hereby reconvene the open session board meetings.
I will now take roll call. Board Member Brontes?
Here.
Board Member Beeson?
Here.
Board Member Casimir?
Here.
Board Member Narum? Here. Board Member Zavala?
Here.
Board Member Cruz?
Still here.
Vice Chair Carson? Here. Chair Jane?
Motion to adjourn. Since there is no further business, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, meeting adjourned.